Here in New York, this was Lower Manhattan, where we're at today during Sandy. Sandy had a big impact probably on many of us in the room. Our own office is on 20th Street, just north of Union Square. We were without power for a week, working from homes, making sure that people, our employees, our families were safe. We were not impacted certainly as severely as many folks out on the Rockaways, the Jersey Shore, other areas of Manhattan, but I would characterize this as certainly a big wake-up call. And in the aftermath, really the design construction community within New York City and the region has really come together and focused on these issues from a wide variety of policy, design, and even the building trades. And while Sandy was certainly bad, lives were lost, homes were lost, it could have been worse in a way. This is from the fantastic film, The Day After Tomorrow. We'll leave it at that. But again, it could have been worse. It did get colder later on during the end of that week post-Sandy, but it wasn't this. It wasn't frigid temperatures, it wasn't snowfall, and that's an important impact of when these natural events, disasters, et cetera, being accelerated now through human impacts of climate change are happening. And again, we start to see these events over the past 20 years increasing. It's not just major storms, but also other events, flooding, lots of other things going on. And within our fabric of transportation, of infrastructure, everything else within the urban environment that so many of us live in and so many of us increasing population lives in, these could be huge impacts. A lot of our work builds off of the Building Resiliency Task Force. This was an effort really championed from the Urban Green Council here in New York, which is the local chapter of the U.S. Green Building Council. They brought together around 300 people. We were involved for about 6 months post-Sandy to really think about what does resiliency mean for a city like New York with all of the existing buildings we have, infrastructure issues. How should we be thinking about resiliency moving forward in terms of codes, in terms of regulatory changes, but also recommendations for developments, wide-ranging from commercial office buildings to multifamily residential. In a way, everything we have in the city. Again, lots of great design professionals within the industry were involved in this, and a lot of the recommendations came through different strategies, different technologies, hard and soft solutions, and that's kind of where our effort that we'll be talking about today comes out of. I would also say that while many of these are technical solutions, a lot of these are also need to be in the wider vein of resiliency, social solutions. It really is about communication. It's about in neighborhoods knowing who your neighbors are, and protecting resiliency can be very much a social issue too, but we'll focus really on the technical side today in this overview.